Welcome back, everyone, to your favorite movie review channel. As always, per usual, it's the loveliest of lovely hosts, Peter Mann of Mann Cinema Reviews. Hey, that's me. What's up, y'all? Today we got to review the latest Belgian film called Close. But before we do that, go ahead and press like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well to notify you of any and all reviews to this channel. Thank you very much for choosing Mann Cinema Reviews. The film details two 13-year-old Belgian boys, Leo and Remy, as they come to grips and to terms how close their friendship is. Surrounded by family and friends, once the boys attend school, their peers notice how close the friendship is. Treated between the two boys more as a kinship, a brotherhood if you will, outsiders looking in see their relationship as very intimate, questioning the boys' identity and sexuality. This creates a wedge between the two boys' relationship, and irreparable consequences ensue. So with that, I just wanted to get off my chest how I think that this film is just beautifully shot. I think that the intentions of the actors, the cast, the crew, the filmmaker, Lucas Stomp, I think is a wonderkind filmmaker. This film proves that he has an eye. I think that this is an important filmmaker to look out for. I definitely will check out his previous film, Girl, off the strength of this film. Now, I will give you my pros of this film. I think that the cinematography is just beautiful. I think the rendering of just the adolescence is beautifully done, very naturalistic. Rendering of the relationship between the two boys is very poetic. I think that there's a lot of interpretations that people can come away with as far as how close these two boys are. And it's just kind of societal ills and the way that people perceive heteronormative behavior, and they want to question the boys' sexuality just because one likes to put their head on the other's shoulders, or they're not afraid to hold one another's hand. These are 13-year-old boys coming in to their own identity, and they're very young. So a lot of their peers question how close they are. They question if they are together, and the boys just don't see it that way. It's the naivete or just the adolescent youth and just vulnerability and just kindness and kinship between one another that they just don't quite know what to make of their relationship and what to tell their peers. And Leo really is fazed by this. He does want to get into the in crowd. He wants to be a part of an ice hockey team, whereas Remy wants to keep their relationship intact and is not feathered by anybody, perception of their behavior or their friendship. And this is where it creates a rift, a conflict, if you will, between the two boys. But I feel like preconceived notions of how I thought this film was going to be is totally altered the way that the film is presented, and ultimately the issues that arise and how the characters cope from the beginning, middle to end are totally not what I thought it was going to be. And just because it wasn't the type of film that I thought it was going to be, just off the strength of the trailer, of what I read about, not until you see this film, you will understand why. I think the film takes a turn, and the second half really is focusing on other issues. Thematic elements that are very pertinent, very socially aware in how we deal with things. I really think that I do commend the filmmaker and how beautiful he really wants to put out a message and how he is capable of bringing this message to fruition. Now, with that being said, I feel like this film starts off very beautifully, very strong. I think the two young boys, to their credit, are just great. But to me, I think the film really is a little bit underwhelming in its second half because of the sharp turn that it takes. I really am being cryptic on what I'm trying to convey, only because I don't want to get into spoilers. I want you to go in too close and give your own thoughts. It's whatever you take away from the film. However, I really did think that the way this film was marketed was just really not what I was intending to see. I thought it was going to be a little bit more deeper than that, and a little bit, the thematic elements really change its trajectory in a way that I feel like it falls flat in the second half. Now, this goes without saying that the film continues to be strong in the way the film cinematography is very powerful, and the performances by the cast and crew are phenomenal. However, it just didn't really get there for me as far as my emotions and how I perceived the film. I really did want to buy in on what this film was selling. However, I really think that things are stilted and come to a complete halt. Not saying it's bad, I just felt a little underwhelmed by the film in general. I think that this film will grow on me. I think I will have a different perception of how I thought about the film. I want to say that I definitely think that I admired the film more than I actually liked the film. With that being said, I will have to give this film a soft 3 stars. It did feel underwhelming. I really did want to give it, I saw myself giving this film 4.5, even a perfect 5, but it really was underwhelming for me. But it'll be interesting how I feel about this film on a rewatch. Let me know if you've seen Close, what you thought about the film. Let it be known in the comments down below, and we'll see you on the next one.